guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do my 27-week pregnancy update. Also in this video I am going to talk about my glucose tolerance test that I did on Thursday of last week. So just to jump straight right in, I'll just let you know what my symptoms, I suppose, for this past week were. Something that has been happening for a while and I kept forgetting to mention it was that when I sleep, I usually wake up and my side that I've been sleeping on is numb. My hands are numb, my arms are numb, sometimes my hip and leg are numb. So that can be quite frustrating because I wake up kind of in the middle of the night and I'm kind of having to like move my arms and to try to get the numbness out of it, and which it's pretty painful. I'm sure we all know what that feels like. Another thing that has been happening this week again is the usual, my heartburn, and also my tailbone being sore. Anything else? I'm just trying to think now. Nothing else really sticks out what's been happening. I did go to get my glucose test on Thursday gone. So basically how we do it here in Ireland, or how we do it in where I had to do it anyways, was that we get a bottle of Lucozade. So I will insert what a bottle of Lucozade looks like here. And basically you have to fast from 12 a.m. the night before until the time of your glucose test. So I had fast, I think, from like 11 p.m. And my test was set for 8, but I didn't actually get in to see the midwife until 8:30. So what happens is she draws some blood from you, and that's your fasting bloods, and then she takes the bottle of Lucozade off you and she measures that there's 410 milliliters. If my bottle didn't have that, she would pour some extra into it. So basically I have to drink that in 5 minutes, sitting there with her kind of observing me to make sure that I do it in the correct amount of time. So I will say it's been a very long time since I had Lucozade. It doesn't taste amazing. It's not terrible, but it's not amazing. So it took me a bit. The very first, so basically she kind of puts it in like a jug and then she pours it into like a smaller cup for you to make it more manageable, I suppose, or make you think that there's less of it at a time. So I kind of downed 2 cups of it in a very short space of time, and then I started to feel a bit ill. So I said to myself, just slow down, and you still have enough time to do this. So I was kind of just sipping away at it then, topping up my glass every now and again, sipping away. And what actually happened when I was in there was that a lady came in who had been doing the glucose test in front of me and said that she is after being getting sick in the bathroom. So then instantly I felt really sick. I was like, I feel sick, I'm gonna get sick. And they're like, no, you're not, it's just because that woman said so, blah 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 blah. In the end I managed to get it down, I think within like 4 minutes or something. And I felt so gassy because it's so busy, you know. So I think that's what was making me feel ill, and plus that other woman saying it was probably just in my mind. So basically what happens after you drink it is that you're not allowed to eat anything or drink anything, and you have to come back an hour to get more blood drawn and a 2-hour spot to get more blood drawn. So basically during the day we'd have 3 blood draws within 3 hours on the hour. So that's basically what I did. I just hung around the hospital. I was so hungry and so feeling pretty weak by the time I got out. It was like 11:30 by the time I got out, and I was so hungry and so weak. And basically what she said was it takes 24 hours or so to get the results, and that they would ring me if they have any issues. They would ring me on Friday of last week if there's any issues. If I don't hear from them, everything was okay. So I am happy to say that I didn't hear from them, so I am taking it as that everything is a-okay because they didn't contact me. But what I am going to do is I have an appointment next week on the 30th of December, and I will just mention it at that appointment what my results were, just to doubly make sure. But that is really good, because I was kind of worrying about that, because with PCOS you have an increased risk of getting gestational diabetes, so I was pretty happy about that, I have to say. And lastly, something I want to mention is on Saturday the 19th we went to a friend's wedding. The wedding was absolutely amazing. It was in a 5-star resort. It was so nice, the food was so nice, everything was amazing about the day. I will include a picture of myself and Robert before we went. The picture was taken on a not so great camera and you can't really make out my dress properly. But that was what we looked like. I had my hair and makeup done before we went. And as I said, I had a very good day. I will include another picture which is kind of just a closer picture to us. But again, you can't really make out my dress. My dress was in fact navy and had cream at the top. So yeah, that was really it. I will mention that I did have my first case of swollen ankles at that wedding. I had to change my shoes around 11:30, 12 o'clock at night because my feet were starting to get a little bit sore, and then we went home at 2, but I did notice I went out to sit kind of like in a quieter area because everyone was getting a little bit drunk and I wasn't really interested in it. So I just kind of went and sat outside talking to a couple people that were out there, and I noticed that my ankles were pretty swollen, and even when I woke up on Sunday morning my ankles were still pretty swollen and my legs were extremely sore. But since then I've noticed that my ankles have gone down and it hasn't really happened, so I'm just putting it down to the fact that I wore heels for so long during the day. I will also say that being such a long day, my back was so sore from sitting on the not so comfortable chairs. But that is it, guys. That is my 27-week update. I will be back next week with another update, and until then, be safe. If you celebrate the Christmas, happy Christmas, and if you don't, just be safe, and I will see you soon. Bye.